Cool. What's the most interesting lane you have your eyes on? Mid?
Oh, I would say there's
Putting in my C tier videos. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the fans. I didn't know any better, did I?
Available, and INSCREVA is trying to force this play.
It makes sense. Again, with extra kick, they kick him away, though. The route back on down. The crash down works, but Isma's a hit away. Super finds him, but as the expiry comes through, Isma will still die, but on this poppy top, so expectations arise as ulti comes through from Niski, running into Frescoe, but popped back into the turret. He's out with the perfect execution. Needs a little bit more, but a barrel roll zones him out. He holds, at the very least. Niski putting his dom
Area. Oh, Irrelevant's found a window to roam down. Are they going to look for the fight?
Well, the bass drum has erupted in the crowd, so maybe it's setting up for the play as Elyoya is not level 6. He can't negate the damage, and Irrelevant is just taking him down by himself on this Renekton. Flash matched over the wall. Irrelevant does it again, but with the flashback Merwin, that was clean.
I think he's not taking any damage. We've only just started and still making fun of AD carries.
Yeah, still the same. All right, come on, extra kick. There's the flash, handshake. But can they do it with the Ignite down and the Rend?
Not quite. Now Elyoya might be able to punish.
Yep. I mean, again, using quite a bit for SK. X-Kick also taking a bit of damage, but Spear's going in onto the Dragon, teleport committed. Here comes Isma. That ulti big as well on the backline for SK. In a bit of trouble, it's X-Kick first to go. That's their big damage source, but that 3-man knock-up could turn the fate. Niski runs on in, but can't get the finishing touch onto Super as Merwin sends them away. They get a bit of space from him.
Fights for Scowie.
Zoning it on the top side. Niski still does a lot of damage through here, but for SK, is it enough to buy them time and turn onto Mad, who are moving towards the Herald at 2.5k? It's secured over to SK, but
Super.
Irrelevant on the backside. Super runs into him, and there's so much damage coming through, but Irrelevant can't finish the job. Isma tries to get in range. They turn for Elyoya, and they might have just found their fight. Niski clean into the game, but not literally.
You know, my brain immediately went over Ekka.
Hang on. Whoa, Titanic is strong. Who knew?
Oh.
Titanic is strong. And Elyoya shows us how it's done.
That felt personal. He flashed in onto Niski. Niski thought he was safe. He knew he was on the weak side. He was
by
TP
himself
from
for the time
Niski.
being. You mentioned it. Teleport coming through. So Niski's angle's there with ulti and level 11. Flash also available. Isma trying to buy time, but it's 3 members of Mad. Elyoya is still doing a lot of damage. His X-Kick now flying through, but that 3-man Magnustorm buys him so much time. Niski running in, wait for that Shuriken flip onto Super, but he doesn't take it. Instead gets execution. Here's Mer when he goes golden as the flip out. Means that they've got no members left remaining, but Niski's still alive. You can see this man is still alive as DOS flash ulties, gets 2 members. Niski jumps back in. How are SK members still alive? Mad under their own turret are getting ported as Irrelevant flashes in as well. This team is crazy.
SK, what a turnaround from SK to blow this game wide open.
And again, another big talk point about Kalista, I'm sure is going to come through, but SK surprising us all. A 3k gold lead, a Baron that'll elevate it even further. And you know, the Mad Lions fans came out to play.
Hitting these towers though, but they're still cautious of Merwin. He goes in, he's just...
Interesting, okay, but stops X-Kick at the very least. Ulti comes out from DOS as well. That stops the backline. Merwin almost dies over, pops away. Big core damage of SK. But Mad Koi need to find themselves some follow-up. Isma is not going to take the brunt of the damage. And look, Niski didn't join this whole time. They commit for the fight, and he's just taking away turrets with his combo deal of Baron and Baron's granddaughters and grandsons in the Void Grubs, helping push fast turrets.
SK and
MR. Penetration.
Dark is penetration,
There you
light is armor.
There you go. So defensive item that also has on hit that gives attack speed. And with Winsus, it is such a good combo. I mean, these 3 items in the game right now, no wonder. They're like, okay, we're not going to threaten the end. Instead, we turn for the fight.
Frescowie doesn't really have anywhere to go.
Not at all. I mean, he won't be involved if they just turn for the fight. Niski's damage at this point is huge, as we talked about before. But what does the play end up being? I mean, Frescowie now in an opportune angle. If he pulls the trigger, Merwin's going to be the first one there. This is janky as Isma runs on in. It's a great engage though, and from DOS as well. That ulti, absolutely gorgeous. Irrelevant jumps on in with a flash. Niski is still alive. This guy is James Bond. He never says die as he runs on in for a double. Nesquik, you are a beautiful drink.
SK are going to continue to clean up the fight. That's another ace. They'll give their mid lane over as sacrifice, but not talking about him. But Execute 8-1 and 5. The kind of silent carry in this whole fight is irrelevant. And Niski are on the front lines. It is him on the back line cleaning up and dealing this damage. And it's going to be enough to bring him the win.
Well, at least with the spawn timers coming up, we have to question a little bit more, don't we? Super in 3 seconds. Nexus turrets are going down. SK fighting to hit down this Nexus, but Mad are back up. LEO are going to be the first to die in this little grudge matchup. They don't have enough damage to get the Nexus. Too many members of Mad stand there, but
look
they're
at the
looking
stacks.
for the Rand. You're right, Execute bopping away. Merwin saves the game, saves his life. As soon as you get close, if you get past all that many, then you have a Renata who presses ult, who presses handshake. And at least Soul's denied, yes, but the Nexus is bare bones right now. And we have a Jack shot, but here they stand looking for top side to bruise it on in. Niski is threatening mid. It's an open season on the Nexus, and with Baron pushing through, it's a final thoughts for Mad Koi.
Niski doing what he can to create this pressure. SK has said, you know what, there's an open Nexus, screw top lane, let's just keep pushing in mids.
Why not? Fight it out with this Akali, 4-4 and 7. Doesn't need the Rabadons to end the game.
There's Isma. They've got to be careful of Merwin, though.
Handshake, though. They're doing a lot of damage.
There's the
Exeking is
steadfast
outside. You're right. Look at him go. Exeking is just fighting away. The steadfast meant nothing, Betty, as Niski deals with El Yoyo on the side. The grudge is real. Niski shows him what's up, as Frescowi is just there to say hello. Nexus now going to be battered down, and ESSE